Hey, it's Mikate. Thanks for tuning on in. Today we're back for some more Lantern Rite, hopefully finishing up our main quest line here and seeing what else is in store for us this lovely season. So without any further ado, let's get into it. And I also do have to apologize if you're noticing a slight drop in quality of the audio and also potentially the visuals. It is because I'm traveling and therefore I am using my older laptop as well as my older audio settings. So we are, slightly less ready for things than we normally would be, but hopefully everything holds out and we are successful here today. But I guess we'll see. So, looks like our quest for today. Let's see. Not doing a very good job of navigating, are you? Ah, we're waiting. What a lovely start. Round and round and round we go. I'm hoping that's enough, but I guess it might not be necessarily, depending on how well everything goes. And when we started and what they considered day to be, I suppose. What a long time to just be chilling out here. Hanging out, as it were. Let's see if that was long enough. Aha! Let's head there indeed. Whoa.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay! That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual
Oh,
criticism.
what is happening?
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
I have a feeling we've encountered a different quest here. It's the problem with me running around Liyue. I haven't done nearly enough in Liyue.
I want to write my essay on something
Maybe I'm wrong.
interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Maybe this is involved. You never know, I guess.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
The random accents are so hilarious to me.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Okay, well, we have
Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
not succeeded in this. Okay. What? No. It's not where we want to be, thank you. We would like to go and do this quest, please. Is it really around here? No, of course not. It's a different golden thing. That is so confusing. Did they change that? Because that has not always been there. And like shown up as a thing to follow on my map at least. I'm sure the yellow dot has always been there, but not pointing it out on my map at least. Or I'm just unobservant. I guess that's also possible. I certainly can't fully discount it. There's everybody. We're back to actually relevant things to us currently, at this precise moment.
Yep, pretty good, thanks.
Also, my cousin wrote back to me. She mentioned that people have started to get sick in Yilong Wharf as well.
Uh-oh, it's spreading.
Oh no, it's spread to Gilong Wharf now? Woohoo! So what's the plan?
You sound way too excited about this plan that might end up in somebody being dead, Paimon. Come on. You can do better than that. Okay, Kaching, Ganyu, Beidou, Gilan. That's 4. That's still only 4. Okay, Zhaozhen, Duhua, Marsh. Cool, cool. Okay, we've got Chi-Chi and everybody out there. Okay. Uh-huh.
What about the final gate?
That's a lot of people. This is gonna go very wrong if anything goes wrong at all, isn't it?
Wait, so you've assigned all the gates already? But the Gate of Death sounds so dangerous, and you only just got back from the border.
That's right. But let's discuss it once Director Who's done with you.
Uh-huh. Okay. Again, something's clearly going on with her. Sounds like a fun time.
Oh, so you were waiting for us all this time?
We found another blockage point. Apparently Ganyu's busy currently. Okay, off we go. I did say we were likely to encounter some other story quests today, or general world quests. So far, it seems to be proving true. There was a lot of shouting happening. Here's Ganyu.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here? Humans should not remain in the realm of Adepti for too long. Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus again. The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin the training.
Okay then. Oh, I see. We're... gonna need all different kinds of... Oh, okay, so we need to go there. We can hit that one just from there. That one we can probably just hit with any luck. Oh no, that's far too far away. Okay. With the stationary one from here at least. And then that one, I feel like we should just kind of go near. If we can. Oh, she can't hit things in the air, can she? That's mildly annoying. Oh. Okay, there's our gust of wind that we were looking for. Okay, that thing is in the air, like right above us. Where is it? There it is.
Wow! Ganyu's a really awesome shooter!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised.
Oh my goodness. This feels like it's so early game, which is so funny, because there's like a very distinct feel when you go back and do things. Like it's just completely different vibes. Which is so funny. Wow, that's not wonky or sketchy at all, is it? Well, we're like technically on a timer here. Oh. Well, that wasn't bad.
We've completed the task. What do you think? I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was over?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first trial.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential is...
Who is
conqueror of demons.
Oh, Zhao. Okay.
Huh.
Sure, sure.
So it's Xiao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are. Let's go.
Oh. This could be, a bit of a long detour, huh? Unless, of course, we're somehow able to do this. Oh, we can, thank goodness. Okay. Oh. Anyway, really was not made for late game characters. Unsurprising, but like,
Bring it.
there's so many little edges to stuff that are so unnecessary. I mean, don't get me wrong, the architecture's pretty and all, but I feel like we could have made some things easier to climb. People were still definitely climbing things at this point in time.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you here at this hour. You're in unusually good spirits, Director Who. Even pesky Baiju gets a fortune coin today? It's the sun symbol.
Oh, that is true. They are sort of natural, I don't want to call it enemies, but opposites, as it were. Oh, how cute. What? She's so ominous and also so mean to poor little Chi-Chi. This Chi-Chi seems like chill about it. Kind of.
Aw, it's nice to see that Chi-Chi's recovering well from all that fetter at the border.
In fact, Chi-Chi insisted on joining me at the gate tonight. She's determined to help eradicate the fetter.
Well, I suppose, yeah, I wouldn't much like it either.
One moment, Director Who.
Oh. Oh.
Tonight, you will stand guard over the Gate of Death, the most ominous gate of them all. It may not help much, but I transferred a little extra life force to you. May it help you stay alert and focused during the proceedings. You needn't worry about that. As your archenemy, why would I undermine myself to help my opponent?
There interactions are wild.
Where to next?
Also, that's like the most chill way I've ever seen anyone be called someone's arch enemy, as it were.
We are grateful for Director Who's well wishes. Don't worry about us. Focus on your own duties.
Oh, how sweet of Chi Chi wishing Hu Tao good luck. Gotta go hit a coin. Oh, that's the same coin that she gave Baiju, wasn't it? That's kind of a fun detail that they matched them. That's actually really sweet. I like that. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Didn't really want to be on top of that. So that's for the best. Ah, Yunjin.
Also, she brought some fortune coins for you.
How sweet. Oh, don't ask that question. That's really complicated. Huh. Well, she knows just a little bit too much, doesn't she? Clever, clever. I don't know about that. Our two options are like, it's all fine or death, so. But we'll lie to her, I guess. Oh, she definitely knows what she means.
What are you talking about? Is this supposed to be a riddle?
Whatever it is, Yunjin's a little bit freaked out about it. Oh, oh no. I don't know that I want to, actually. That doesn't sound, good. Oh, she definitely is. Hu Tao, why do you have to be so silly and tease her? Although, I don't know, I kind of want to hear it. So stubborn.
Yay! Operatic hilly tune! Let's go!
Oh, oh no. What is happening? She doesn't look glad, but oh my goodness. Alright then. That'll work, I suppose. We've given our solemn promise to go and see quite a few people after this is done. Which perhaps is a good thing, but also makes me a bit nervous. Although, admittedly, that might just be the internal skepticism talking. Don't have a lot of faith that we won't, kill somebody off again. It would make for a very depressing lantern, right?
Whoa, you got a new outfit too? You look amazing, Xiangling.
Her new outfit is really adorable. I did get it and I tried it on her. It's so cute. Plus, I love the little hat with the ears. Like, it's just adorable.
Yeah, director who has the most exquisite taste in the world, etc.
Aww. That's cute.
Her work is incredible! Especially this Globa hat! It's just as cute as the real Globa!
Oh, don't offend your little friend.
It's great seeing both of you together dressed in your new outfits. You almost look like sisters.
I don't know, Hu Tao. You're kind of asking a lot of me there. Why get me involved? Can't you just give these to them yourself?
Oh, she's definitely prepping to not come back for this.
Fair enough. Wait, does that mean you're involved in tonight's ceremony thing? I heard the announcement from the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Wow, sounds amazing! So, is this what's been keeping you busy these past few days? No wonder we still haven't had that meal together. I bet you barely had a moment to breathe. Once the ceremony's over, come for food with us, okay? Promise you won't stand us up this time?
We sure will. Someone's gonna have to. Because I really don't trust her not to do something stupid.
Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
All right, we've been to 3 places already. Is there anyone else you want to give a coin to?
Oh.
Whoa, you got some for us too?
Aw, that's sweet of her. Oh. Off we go to do another quest. I did say we'd find a great many of them.
Do you remember us?
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken.
Oh, okay.
I can make it for you, If you bring me some Jueyun chilies,
Well,
I'm sure you'd
thankfully, I
appreciate
think
the
I have
flavor
about
of these
1,000 of
childhood
them.
years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
We don't need a minute. We're good. Here you go.
Jueyun chilies are a
Okay, maybe not 1,000, but I've got a lot of them.
great. This should be enough. I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down? When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the others?
Well, Paimon, it's not all that hard to figure out where we're gonna go next. There's only so many options, and they're all the same friends.
Paimon's so excited! What fortune are we gonna get? What does this symbol mean?
Oh, honestly, it's the perfect thing for Paimon because that's clearly all she enjoys. Truly.
Wow! You
That's
get
her
Paimon
favorite
like no one
thing.
else does! Thank you, Hu Tao! Thank you so, so much!
Oh,
Huh? Why'd you change back, Hu Tao?
she's in her old outfit. Aw. Why? Okay, fine, I get it. Not wanting to take the brand new clothes. Oh no. I mean, what an awful assumption to make, but that's so funny and so like her to actually call someone out on such things. Noticing that. Oh, pretty.
Isn't this the branch from your hat?
Okay, she's definitely not planning to come back here. This feels bad. I don't like it.
Paimon doesn't like the sound of that.
Yes, thank you, Paimon. Glad you've also been picking up on the vibes.
You scared Paimon.
Decent recovery. Don't trust it. But I guess we'll see.
You've got a great eye, Hu Tao. It's a Rex coin. Although probably not the genuine article, cause the Conqueror of Demons told us he couldn't sense Rex Lapis's power in it.
Oh, not the terrible impression from Paimon.
Yeah,
That's
that
amazing.
too. So maybe it can keep you safe. All right then, bye-bye. And remember, the sooner you get back, the sooner we can go for a meal together and hear Yunjin singing.
Oh. Oh, she's definitely preparing to do something stupid. Also, Zhongli's there. That's exciting. Maybe he can fix it. With any luck. Oh, he knows what's going on. Huh. not her double checking with Zhongli. Sorry for regifting, Zhongli. Oh dear. Yeah, that's what I thought we were in for. Oh man. She's so little still. This hurts me too. Poor Hutao. Girl is going through it too. Oh boy. Here we go.
Ningguang, Guanyin, we're back! So what did you want to discuss?
Remember how I wrote a letter back home to ask about the array? Well, I got a reply.
And it's not good news, is it?
Oh, Paimon remembers. So was Hutao right? No one has to be sacrificed, right?
Unfortunately, my cousin could not give me a definitive answer on this. Despite scouring the family library.
Yep, that's what I thought.
But given that the array gets its power from the ley lines, she suspects that the obfuscation requirement may be a rule laid down by the mountains and the land.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. She's in danger.
So, you're saying Hutao has to die?
If my cousin's right, and as I said, she can only speculate. But she also provided me with a method that might just be able to save Director Who's life.
Well, I'm down. I mean, there's not really any other option, is there?
See this? It's a rattan figure I made for the director. One of many. In case you've forgotten, they work by absorbing evil energy in their owner's place, so they won't come to harm.
And you think you can redirect the gate and the obfuscation onto it? For real? I mean, it's brilliant. It's just so brilliant it might work. But it's insane.
With the technique my cousin explained, I managed to connect several of these rattan figures to the gate array. That way, the Fetter Blast will be shared evenly by everyone in the array.
Oh, so now you're saying it might take all of you out. Great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like a chance, but I don't really like it much more either, to be honest.
What did I tell you? I knew the Traveler would help us. Then please, take this rattan figure. I'll link you up to the array right now.
Oh yeah, we're absolutely helping. Of course we are. But like, this is a wild plan.
Huh? What's going on? This doesn't make any sense.
Oh, don't tell me it's our weird energy.
I don't think I made a mistake. But it seems like I can't connect the Traveler to the array.
It's our weird energy again, isn't it?
This should work in the exact same way as the gate array. By using the power of the ley lines. But the ley lines aren't responding to the Traveler.
Oh no, because of Natlan!
Almost as if they believe she doesn't exist.
It's because of Natlan, isn't it? Oh no!
Oh, so could that be the reason?
I've never heard of anything like that before.
Maybe don't overthink that one. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
This is the first time I've run into a situation like this. I would write to my cousin, but I think we're out of time.
It feels kind of terrible just to be waiting here while everyone else is in danger. That doesn't seem right.
Should we go head to the stage?
Oh. I don't feel much like celebrating, honestly. Seems a bit wrong somehow. Not the guard being pushed around by the little kid in the background. Oh. Oh, it's Yanfei. I wondered where she was around here, considering we've been in Liyue for so long and haven't seen her yet.
There are so many people. I hope everything goes smoothly on Hu Tao's end so she can get back here and celebrate with us soon.
Oh, Jeanling, you're so optimistic. Oh, honey. Oh dear.
Lady Tianquan, the gate of initiation is now ready. We are good to go.
Oh, Zhongli! How did we not think of asking Zhongli earlier? Yeah. How did you know that, though?
At this point, I don't even know why we're surprised. Like, he knows everything all the time, as he probably should. Makes sense, but my goodness.
Drat! Paimon totally thought you'd have the
Boo!
answer! Then why were you waiting for us?
That's unfortunate. Not very helpful either.
But what about her? That's not good enough! Surely there's gotta be something we can do!
it's Lady Ningguang. Wow! I didn't know she was hosting it herself this year.
It must be because of the ceremony, right? The Ministry of Civil Affairs sent out a notice saying that this year they're doing a whole ceremony when they light up the Mingxiao lantern.
Oh, pretty. Oh, there everybody is. This is gorgeous. Like, as an animated scene. Oh, oh boy, here we go. There we go. There's Hu Tao.
The fire's almost out. Did we fail?
My goodness. Oh no, Hu Tao.
Did it work? What's wrong?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you seen a ghost?
Director Hu's rattan figure is broken. I can't sense her presence anymore.
I'm sorry, excuse me, what? You can't do that. They can't do that.
What? How is that possible? You mean Hu Tao? She's... what are we gonna do? Huh? Where'd the traveler go? A breakthrough? About what?
Alright, here we go. Now's the time. We can fix this. Oh, hello. Why are we going in circles? Come on. Here we go. Take me to Miss Hu Tao, pretty please. Oh. Enough of that, thank you. Apparently we're not going that way. Alright. Oh. Oh, little rattan figure. If you could stop walking by the creepy looking stuff. Oh, and now we're going in a circle. It's a little bit like following a dog trying to figure out where it's gonna go to sleep. Just random circles. Oh, and now he stopped. Well, this certainly looks like somewhere we might find Hu Tao. If we were gonna find her anywhere. Oh, there's the altar space. And there's her spear. Oh, okay. Apparently we need to follow that back. Into the fissure we go. Oh. Oh, how pretty. Oh. Oh.
Promise you won't stand us up this time?
Oh.
Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
She isn't quite sure how right she's gonna be just yet. Oh.
Absolutely. You did 1,000,000 times better than me. Our little girl is the best. We're proud of you, little lady. But we only came to see you because we've missed you. Live in life and die in death. My child, your time has not yet come. Yes, The day of reunion will come in good time. There's no need to rush.
Look, someone's here to take you home.
Oh. Oh. Come on, come on. Oh. Oh my goodness.
You're finally awake! How do you feel? Does anything hurt?
Everything's okay.
You've been asleep for 2 whole days! If Baiju hadn't insisted that you were just out from exhaustion, Paimon would have been worried sick! Still, it is a relief to see you finally wake up again. Guess Baiju knew what he was talking about. The Knight of Lantern Rite, of course! Hu Tao carried you here on her back. Paimon was so worried to see you unconscious. Thankfully, Zhangli was there too, and he said you'd be fine. That being said, why did you sneak off without saying a word? Were you trying to beat Hu Tao's record for running away and getting stranded in the border?
Oh, don't worry, Paimon. It's fine. Everybody's fine.
Yeah, Paimon knows. Hu Tao told us the whole story. Sounds like you did something pretty amazing. You've had a lot of visitors over the last couple of days. Zhangli, Ningguang, Lan Yan, and pretty much everyone else you could think of. Most of them have probably left by now, but Hu Tao's still waiting out in the main room. She's been there the whole time. Anyway, you stay in bed and get some rest. Paimon will go get Baiju to take a look at you.
Yeah, we're not staying put. We don't listen to sound medical advice. Friends are much more important. Oh. Alright then. Yeah, alright, perhaps not. Best to avoid such things, I suppose. I guess my favorite pastime, spying on random people. Or potentially friends. What a strangely optimistic poem from her. Pretty, though. I'm honestly so glad that everything went okay with that. Like, I was relatively confident they probably wouldn't kill off a major character like that. But you never really know, do you? 'Cause, like, they probably could. Not really anything stopping them officially speaking. Other than the fact that it would certainly upset everyone, but you know.
We should take a break after all that running around.
Clearly, considering the Capitano thing, they don't really have much qualms about such things.
Try and stop me.
She really is not built for street travel, unfortunately. At least not here.
Hey, Traveler in Paimon!
Other street travelers just fine.
Oh, hey, Xiangling. What's up? You know what's up. Our get-together, of course. Yeah! You are free, right? You are not getting out of this without a very good reason.
I do so love being threatened into attending friendly gatherings. It's my very favorite.
We're not the ones who held it up. That was Hu Tao.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
tell
try
me
that
about
hard,
it.
Junling.
She thinks being a director gives her a license to be a flake. It's like, unless there's a sizable crowd coming, it's not worth my time. But don't worry. We've agreed that this time, we're not gonna accept any more excuses from her.
Oh? Who's we?
Shincho and I. He said he's been wanting to invite everyone out for a long time. But given the situation with his great-grandfather, he never had the time.
Ah, but now that things are better, it's all fine. That makes sense. Okay, so basically we're having a party then. Cool. Love a good party.
But amazingly, on the night of the lantern rite, his great-grandfather suddenly woke up. Shincho was thrilled. And he was finally able to leave the house. So we met up right away and made a plan.
Wow. So his great-grandfather's gonna be alright?
Yup. They had a doctor take a look and everything. He'll be just fine. According to Shincho, his great-grandfather has been eating like Paimon since he woke up. So now, the family's biggest worry is that he'll get indigestion.
Well, that's good news. But somehow doesn't paint Paimon in the best light.
What, are you offended now? Come on, you know how you eat.
Don't worry, it definitely does. Your appetite represents an optimistic outlook on life. Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither with regret.
Well said, Xiangling. Yeah, that attitude is exactly what got Paimon to where she is today. Yes, for real. Like Xiangling said, always eat till your heart's content. And don't lick your chopsticks. What was it?
Don't worry.
Well, she tried.
Save it for the dinner table, Paimon.
Oh, no problem. But where are we gonna eat?
At Yilong Wharf later tonight. Shincho and the others are still out there. Oh, and Hu Tao said that we'll be joined by a special guest.
Oh, a special guest? Is it Yanlan?
You'll see when you get there.
Oh, Paimon has
Bet
an
it
idea.
is.
But she'll keep it to herself for now. Huh? Who?
Don't worry about it.
We'll see who guessed right later tonight.
Back to waiting. At least it's only like quarter of a day this time. Uh-huh. Okay. That won't be confusing at all. Very well, I suppose. Ah. Trying to navigate is proving difficult. Okay. Go. Keep that one activated. And then we'll have to go and see who else is over here. We may have to finish Shutao's story quest first. I kind of wondered if we'd have to like fully finish it. Or whether we could get away with just kind of doing fits and starts until we hit a point where we cannot. We'll see.
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think of it, I remember he did join Wangsheng Funeral Parlor recently. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process. I would know. So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
Yeah, kinda. Y'all are all startlingly perceptive.
How did you know? We didn't even say anything.
I'm a businessman. I've got a sixth sense for this kind of thing. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong.
Oh, the poor guy. Yeah, that is kind of a rough name. From probably multiple language perspectives.
Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were penniless. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
Well, alright then. Easy enough. We are really talking to everybody we've ever met here, apparently, because we have to go and track down, quite literally everyone wherever they're hiding. Which is certainly something. This feels rather disrespectful, actually, taking Mabuika here and, you know, flying. Oh no, she's gonna be dead when we... Oh, I'm sorry, Mabuika. Oh no.
Do you still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything. And when
I
we
have
told
made
her
an
that
error.
Marcus had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all. We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that.
What an optimistic view on things, Paimon.
Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye? Whoa, what a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer? Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
She's really pretty. Who is that?
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but alright, let's try it, I guess. Could be
Helping
worse.
you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
Oh, is that your job? I see. I wasn't aware of such things, but I suppose if you say so.
Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Oh my gosh. She sounds so. Oh, goodness. Alright then.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two.
Oh.
What is this tomfoolery? Has this shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
No way. Really? Huh. But she's so pretty. Also, she doesn't really give bird. Alright, moving on.
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look human. How did that happen?
I guess maybe from the front with like the cloak pieces, it kind of gives wings, I guess. I'd have to see her from the front. Again, not one I'm familiar with hardly at all. I think she's the one who hasn't had a rerun in like forever that people were really upset about. I know that much.
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So, you're indulging now because?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
Okay then.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples, like that time when you suddenly appeared on top of a roof without any warning, or...
Come on, Paimon. Let's not be too terribly disrespectful, please. We would like to still remain friends after this encounter.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts? Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again. However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor!
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
Oh.
Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
That is so funny to me. Like, just in general, I find that amazing. Alright then. Off we go. Okay, we're far away, aren't we? Yeah, no, we're not. We're not gonna do that. That would be like a lot. Gotta go check on Ganyu and Shenhe, because apparently their living arrangements might not be satisfactory or whatever she said. Talk about overprotective parenting. Hey, Malvika's not dead. I didn't even realize. How strange. She must have still been on her bike. I'm gonna try really, really, really hard to not fall over again. Hello.
We're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
Apparently we're paying close enough attention.
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
Why? Exactly?
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time. One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
This is the weirdest sort of carrier pigeon thing we've ever been involved in. And that's saying something.
Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud Retainer?
Oh, too late.
Busted.
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu? She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh my gosh, she really does know her so well.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer.
Really? You're gonna try and gaslight her?
A mere mortal passerby.
Really? That's what you're going with.
Huh?
You didn't even try and change your way of speaking. Poor Ganyu.
Seems she's not buying it.
Well, obviously.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Oh, she's all flustered. The stutter.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important.
Paimon, you're so bad at this.
Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
This is so funny because it's literally like we're just running around with their mom. Poor Ganyu.
Cloud Retainer, stop!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Oh yeah, that won't be awkward at all.
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Uehai Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
Well, Paimon, you gotta remember, we're not from around here.
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Shenyun.
Shenyun?
I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not exactly.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts.
Ah, yes, those things we never ever read. And we'll just go talk to Zhongli. That's what we always do whenever we need information.
It is said that
We don't need to
once,
read.
a long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, A noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today. The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Wait, for real? That's how she got her name? That's like really cool.
That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Okay. I mean, they clearly didn't, though. If you did. Maybe eventually, I guess.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
This is the most my kids don't tell me about their lives. I'm gonna go snoop stuff ever.
That is a lot of questions.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Shangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult. Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Well, at least this time it wasn't Paimon giving her away.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
See you around, Ganyu! Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
I don't know about
In fact, it was not
quick on the uptake.
One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
Yeah,
The moment
checking
is
up
not yet
on her
upon us.
kids, clearly.
Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Uh-huh.
She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
Don't worry about it, Paimon. It's all fine. We're being chill here. Oh, she really does work there.
Saying, right? Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady. Right?
Oh, this is gonna cause a problem, isn't it?
I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You do it.
No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
She's so direct that it just doesn't even work. That's hilarious. question is, does she even realize she's doing it? Because I feel like the answer is not really no. But I guess maybe.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
This is Miss Xinyun.
Master?
Huh?
Huh. One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
Well, apparently you picked a name very much tied to your other names, so like, you know, there's that.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
You...
Oh.
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Are you here for Shenhe? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe, so I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down, and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
He really is like a great boss. How chill. Which honestly is probably perfect for her, because she needs someone a bit chill. To, you know, help.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
This is the bluntness approach, isn't it? That's so funny.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
So aggressive, my goodness.
How should Paimon put this?
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
So much makes sense now.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
Somehow I don't buy that, or else you wouldn't be here.
I see. Oh, just as expected of Master. I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
That's her way of saying she missed you.
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
Well, I guess we'll see where you're going with it, Shenhe.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Not the motorcycle. Not the motorcycle. You are not telling me that she is where the idea for the motorcycle came from. You are not telling me that. Because, like, I was wondering where that came from, and if it comes from here, that is so hilarious. Like, they've been planting seeds for so long, because I know this was so early game. That's hilarious.
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
And that explains the wings on the motorcycle. Alright. That's like, it's always so funny to me when you go back and play some of the older story quests, because like there's these little sprinkles of details that like kind of come into play in future events, and whether that's intentional or not is its whole own other thing. But like this in particular, the fact that it still ties in and is kind of relevant in Natlan even is great.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
Uh-huh. So like, that's a yes.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
It's this thing, it's called disbelief.
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth, and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again. I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master. One is the Master that's...
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations.
This feels to me like more of a timescale problem than a problem, to be honest. Because I suspect the human definition of extended period of time and her definition are just a little bit different.
This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple, and it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny? But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Huh. Yeah, we're kind of operating on a little bit of an older system since I'm traveling, so things might look a little wonky and the quality might be a little bit off too. But yeah, we're definitely a little bit strange, at least for today. Should be back to normal by my next stream.
Okay, I'll ask around. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Shuyu, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears. Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you. I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Ugh.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that? Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning. They died young. It's just me and Granny now.
Aww.
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
Oh, that's fishing for compliments if I've ever heard any.
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark, Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
Well, I guess at least she tried. There's that, I guess.
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
Yeah, things are definitely a little bit odd, aren't they?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Oh, well, alright then, I guess. She does seem to kind of get involved in things a lot more than some of the other Adepti we've met. Not that, like, Ganyu, we can say she doesn't get involved, but, like, the immediate reaction here upon hearing about the problem was to go and try and fix it. Which is, like, she's a fixer. Which is funny as a character trait. I like that.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Like, beyond just even machines, because obviously she has that urge with machines and her inventions, but, like, I think out of every character we've met, she's the most similar to, like, an engineer style of, like, personality, right? Oh, I can fix that. I just have to do X, Y, Z.
Paimon's Paimon.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But Miss Shenyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Okay, taking that as a no.
Yeah, that's not very specific, is it?
I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Alright then.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Got a little sidetracked, huh? Apparently. Let's see. Oh no! This is gonna take a long time, isn't it? Very well. Suppose I was prepared for such things. Even if it is unfortunate that we've blocked off our friendly, happy little chat we're supposed to have here at the end by 2 entire story quests. Ooh, a telescope. That's exciting. There haven't been that many of those that I've been able to spot. Where are you? Oh. Of course, naturally, we've been kidnapped by a quest before we can go find it.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits in bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Shincho. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Shincho, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
It certainly would, and that does sound like the location she listed off a little bit.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory.
It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
All right, then.
Learned so much from Shincho. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar? Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Shincho, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyan and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
I can't wait to see my adorable.
The fact that this doesn't have focused experience mode is so annoying to me. Like, this is just... Not that I don't love doing story quests, but right now I'm kind of mad about it. Because it's really breaking, like, all of the immersion on Lantern Rite. This is not nice. Alright, we're close. Where are we going? Up here more? Yes.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straight word, Ping. What has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor, not unlike the one that you yourself lead?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Is she thinking of moving into the harbor? Kinda seems like it.
Shinjo has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yundai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much. What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in her attic full of a bunch of weird sigils. I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
Huh. Okay.
What's wrong, Chuyu?
Like, don't get me wrong, I love talking to little kids because they will give you the straight up truth, but this time it makes me a little nervous. What's she got to say?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
Oh! How about that?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shen Yun call herself an adeptus.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Shen Yun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Chuyu here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
I wonder who on earth that could have possibly been.
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first!
Okay, I'll
go get Granny.
Let's see, have we made any progress at all? Maybe? Please? I just want to finish Lantern Rite. This is legitimately the worst. I hate this so much. Like, it's just so unnecessary. It does not have to be a thing. It clearly doesn't have to be because they fixed it later. Oh well, we'll go talk to Zhao. It'll be fine.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
Aggressive, my goodness, right out of the gate.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just helping you with your training. That's all.
Zhao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of confusion. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes. I'm ready.
Alright then. Off we go, I
Focus on the
suppose.
trial. I'm not here for idle chatter.
Okay. Oh, I see. We're gonna have to fight some monsters, huh?
The trial's begun. Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
Oh my gosh, slimes! Hey! Get away from here. You little evil. Hey!
Blaze over.
Is this like a decent place for her to be in for combat? You get the freeze reaction, which is something. Oh, really? These things are the worst to hit. Die. Oh, good. Electro slimes.
Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue.
Some Animo slimes too. Can they even freeze? Apparently yes. Which feels ridiculous. But alright. Basically just holding them off here and kind of hoping that they don't come any closer. Like, it's fine.
Access denied. Born of ice and frost. Blaze over.
mean, if you had good hydro application, she's got like decent cryo. And it's consistent since she's an archer. So with Farina, I could see this working. Like, I can see why she's still
Time for a nap.
one of the fairly decent cryo characters that you can have.
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't benefit your training. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your training.
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth, and a good career.
Oh my gosh. Sir, 'tis not the time.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim. Huh. He can handle any battle, but talking to strange humans is a different story, huh?
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect. I didn't come in vain then.
Yeah, basically.
Although you sound a bit half-hearted. Doesn't matter. What blessings can you grant me?
It's like really not how it works, man.
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help every pilgrim for free.
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for the blessings of the Adepti?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through hard work and earnest living. It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Well, maybe, sir, you should listen to him.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships, but are also full of joy. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk?
That's so funny. They doubt her because she's not weird enough.
You sure you're
Poor
not one of those
Ganyu.
swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money? Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
I don't think she's the one who's useless.
Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
It's not his behavior. The things he said. He was right.
He was not. He's a selfish child. Didn't learn anything at all from his parents. Don't take it to heart.
I thought that
Poor
coming back to
Ganyu.
Junyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
It's true! Just believe us!
Alright. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial judgment. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Junyun Karst once again.
Oh man, we've got one shot. Hey, slightly better. Okay, we're getting there. Kind of. Slowly. Alright. Off we go.
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock. I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with.
Okay, well, we seem to have made
Having some trouble understanding
some
what she's talking
improvements,
about,
but that's good.
If she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Shao, what are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of me!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern.
Yeah, you can just calm right down. It's all fine. Don't worry about it.
It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form. I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism.
Paimon!
Or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Paimon, we don't make fun of the Adepti. They might take offense. We like them.
An impressive imitation.
Oh, Shao.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape? When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
Oh, more story time. Everybody we meet just has stories. Oh. Boo! Don't cut Xiao off. I want to hear what he has to say.
Granny, are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Bye then.
I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
He's always so abrupt in his leaving.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
a long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinjo said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkars next? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, after all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
Guessing we're still not able to do this, but we're gonna keep. Oh, we can. Oh, thank goodness. Finally. Success. We get to finish Lantern Rite and have our little dinner. Yay! Oh my goodness, it's everybody. Aw. How cute.
Yeah, he gets my vote too, being my ancestor and everything. Oh, and also the Silver Swallow.
Oh no, not a secret.
Huh? Is no one gonna pick the Yunlai Angler? Even the Yuhong said that her sword fighting style comes from the Yunlai Angler's rod-wielding techniques.
Oh, everyone's here already. Hu Tao, your hat. Ooh, so now you and the Traveler have matching plum branches.
we're debating who's the best out of the 8 adepts.
Oh, are you now? That's not likely to cause a problem at all. Okay, not serious at least. That's good. Mostly just chillin'.
Has Shincho been getting you into light novels?
Kinda sounds like it. Oh, the protesting.
Come on, enough with the debate already. Everyone's here now, so let's eat. Paimon, you're up. It's time to share your grand philosophy of life with everyone. Okay, one sec. It's like always eat to your heart's content, lest your. What was the rest again? Ah, right, yeah, that's it. Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither in regret. So is it time to dig in now? Paimon, did you forget about our special guest? Oh, right! Paimon remembers now! Actually, Paimon guessed who it is already, but, no point in saying it out loud or anything.
Oh.
Yes, actually. It's obvious who it is. It's... You know who. Traveler, a little help?
Oh my goodness, a special performance. How nice.
Whoa! Isn't that the director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe?
Amazing. I never would have expected to see her all the way out here in Yilong Wharf.
Aw, that's so nice! She's doing a whole new performance for everyone who couldn't attend last time.
I have to say, I do enjoy it when we get to see Like the little glimpses into different cultures that we do. And I am always glad when they keep that in like original language too. Cause like you couldn't do that in English. You just couldn't. He's not wrong. There's not really a great way to do that. Aw, they're hanging out. That's cute. Everybody's all gathered together. Beto and Ning Wong are hanging out too. I'm glad we get everybody kind of not all as one big group, but at least like nobody's all alone, which is good. Gotta have our happy ending, you know. Oh, not poking fun at poor Kaching. I- I'm sorry. Excuse me? What? Okay, thank you. Well, that's suspiciously helpful slash unhelpful. That's weird, is what that is. Alright then, I suppose. Hmm.
In the past, you may have uttered something to the tune of this. Though the last displays a measure of talent, it is nothing more than Shenhe or Ganyu could have achieved if placed in the same circumstances.
It's character growth. That's what it is.
With all of that said, I realize the name of the young lady from the funeral parlor is still unknown to me.
Well, perhaps it might mean a little bit of both.
Ah, so Hu as in butterfly, and Tao as in Tao Du. A fine name. Fitting indeed. I say, I was merely trying to liven up the mood. Why is Hu Tao permitted to make mischief while I am not?
Oh, how nice. I really, really liked this year's Lantern Rite stuff. Like, the quest for Hu Tao was so good. And I love getting more of a deep dive into a character like we got here than, like, we sometimes always see. Especially because on the earlier side of things, a lot of the stories were more... Like, a lot of the characters weren't necessarily involved in the Archon quest like they were with Natlan. So, like, until you do their character quests, you don't see them very much. And unless. But, like, getting more of Hu Tao, I have enjoyed it. It's nice. And also, of course, getting to kind of go back to Leeway a little bit, too. Although I do wish they had fixed the continuity problems, because that was very immersion breaking. But overall, I really enjoyed this, even though I know it's kind of set up as like a little bit of a filler. I feel like it was definitely worth taking the time to experience because it was really fun and it was really well written too for her. So I very much enjoyed it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. It was definitely a fun time for the most part. Not all of it was fun. Some of it was a bit worrying. But either way, a good time. And I hope to see you at my next stream, which should be, well, I don't specifically have a next time other than next week. Wednesday would be the next for sure time I'm streaming. Any other time will be kind of a little bit surprised to both me and you, but we shall see if there is some availability for such things. So, without any further ado, have a good one.